On November 22nd, 1963, at 12:30 p.m., more than 200,000 people had gathered along the streets of Dallas, Texas. Suddenly, 3 gunshots rang out, and the Secret Service, FBI, CIA, and Dallas police were instantly occupied, surrounding one person, John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. A bullet fired by the assassin pierced his throat, and another blew apart his skull. The assassination of President Kennedy was one of the most shocking political killings of the 20th century, sending shockwaves around the world. Even 6 decades later, the impact of that event lingers. John F. Kennedy was somewhat different from the average American president, handsome and known for his oratory skills. In the 1960 presidential election, he defeated Republican candidate Richard Nixon, becoming the 35th president of the United States at just 43 years old. Kennedy was elected president during a time of intense Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, with a power struggle underway. Inside the US, there was a massive movement against racial discrimination. As part of his second-term campaign, on November 22, 1963, Kennedy traveled to Texas with First Lady Jacqueline Lee. During a motorcade procession, Kennedy was killed by an assassin's bullets. Within hours, 24-year-old former Marine Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested. Evidence, including a rifle, was found in a nearby high-rise building. Oswald was charged with Kennedy's murder. But what really happened? Why did he shoot? Authorities never got much information from Oswald, as he was killed 48 hours later inside Dallas Police headquarters by a local businessman. With Oswald dead, the mystery surrounding the assassination only deepened, fueling numerous conspiracy theories. 8 days after Kennedy's murder, a commission was formed under the leadership of new President Lyndon Johnson. The Warren Commission, in its 888-page report, stated that Oswald acted alone in killing Kennedy, dismissing the possibility of a larger conspiracy. The report claimed that Oswald fired 3 shots at Kennedy from the 6th-floor window of the Texas School Book Depository building. The first shot passed through Kennedy's neck. The second hit Texas Governor Connally, who was sitting in the front seat, and the final shot struck Kennedy's head. However, the mystery deepened when footage of the assassination showed Kennedy's head snapping backward, which raised doubts. If Oswald shot from behind, how could Kennedy's head move in that direction? Some began to believe that there might have been 2 shooters. Eyewitness Tony Glover claimed to have seen another gunman on the opposite side of the road. Additionally, Dallas radio transmissions recorded 4 gunshots during the assassination, though that recording mysteriously disappeared. Oswald had spent some time in the Soviet Union before the assassination and had contacts with the KGB. However, he returned to the US a year before the assassination, leading some to speculate that he acted on behalf of the Soviet Union or Cuba. During Kennedy's presidency in 1962, the CIA launched a secret mission to overthrow Fidel Castro's government in Cuba, but the mission failed, and 1,189 American soldiers were captured. This failure, known as the Bay of Pigs invasion, has led some to believe that Castro sought revenge by orchestrating the assassination. Others suspect the involvement of the CIA, which had Oswald under surveillance 3 years before the murder. A month before the assassination, Oswald met Soviet spies in Mexico City, but CIA Deputy Director Richard Helms concealed this information from the Warren Commission. Former intelligence officer John M. Newman revealed in 1995 that the CIA and FBI altered some of Oswald's records both before and after the assassination, withholding critical information that could have marked Oswald as a threat to national security. Newman believes that the CIA's counterintelligence chief James Angleton was the mastermind behind the assassination, while former CIA director and Warren Commission member Allen Dulles also played a role, as Kennedy had dismissed Dulles from his position after the Bay of Pigs disaster. In 1976, a congressional committee was formed to reinvestigate Kennedy's assassination. Their 1989 report suggested that it was possible there were 2 shooters. Evidence from the Dallas Police's radio transmission supported this theory. However, after reanalyzing the radio recordings, sound experts later dismissed this conclusion. In 2023, former Secret Service agent Paul Landis brought new information to light. He claimed that during the assassination, he found a magic bullet in the back seat of the car and placed it on the president's stretcher for further examination, but somehow the bullet disappeared. The Warren Commission never interviewed Landis. Some believe this bullet was intentionally moved to steer the investigation in a different direction, possibly covering up the involvement of additional attackers. For over 5 decades, many documents related to Kennedy's assassination were kept classified under the guise of national security. Under pressure, the U.S. Congress passed the Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act in 1992, which mandated the release of over 300,000 secret documents by October 2017. However, various intelligence agencies and government bodies negotiated to keep many of these files hidden, citing security concerns. During Donald Trump's presidency, 10,000 documents were made public, and under Joe Biden, an additional 16,000 files were released. Many Americans believed that a thorough review of these documents could finally reveal the true reason behind Kennedy's assassination. However, researchers from the Mary Farrell Foundation, who have long campaigned for the truth behind Kennedy's assassination, claim that crucial information about Oswald's time in Mexico City remains concealed. They believe that the CIA withheld certain documents from the U.S. National Archives, meaning that these records are absent from the recently declassified files. Although these conspiracy theories have been denied by U.S. intelligence agencies, the mystery persists. Just like John F. Kennedy, his younger brother Bobby Kennedy was also assassinated during his 1968 presidential campaign. Another brother, Edward Kennedy, saw the end of his political career after a car accident caused a man's death. In 1999, Kennedy's son, John F. Kennedy Jr., died in a plane crash. More than 61 years have passed since an assassin's bullet claimed the life of President Kennedy in an open-top limousine. Yet, many questions about the assassination continue to linger in the minds of Americans, and the mystery may endure for decades to come.